Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to 6 Days. I am Bob Sixx. Been on hiatus for the last couple of weeks, so sorry. Sometimes life just steamrolls over you and you gotta do what you gotta do and then pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and drive on. That's exactly what I'm doing. Today I want to talk about, I'm not sure how to word this, so I'll describe the situation. If you have a friend, or even an acquaintance, because I've had acquaintances feel comfortable enough that they come to me and want to discuss stuff, and you tell them, well, you can talk to me about anything. If you're one of those people that says that, but you have a predetermined boundary, or you assume you know what the worst thing is that they could say, and that's why you said it, don't say that. Say, you can tell me almost anything, but if you tell me this, and this, here's what I'm going to do. That's so wrong on a multitude of levels. Especially in today's society, as much as people love drama and bad situations and seeing people get hurt, a lot of people that you think you can trust will take your information and try to blackmail you or just put it out for the world to see you suffer. That's extremely morbid. And it's really scary that our society has gotten to that point. I'm not a PC person. Sometimes people say shit that I don't like, but that's on them. That has nothing to do with me. That's their right to say it. But to make someone feel that they can trust you and you take something from them and then cause them pain, you have some problems yourself. I've seen it happen many times. I have a lot of people that trust me and they'll bring me deep, dark secrets. I've had friends confess trying to kill their siblings when they were younger, and they gave me explicit details on it, and it seemed to help them feel better after they told me that. Now, they didn't kill their sibling, and some of you may be going, well, that's wrong that you didn't say something. These people are in their 40s and 50s, and both of them are okay and alive, and they have a good relationship now. They were extremely young when it happened. It's some childish bullshit. I'm not making excuses for kids that do stuff, but I mean, if a kid kills their parents or actually kills their sibling, then that child has a problem and needs to be dealt with. But I do warn people that I have zero tolerance, no exceptions, for child molesters or people that abuse children. I will turn you in if you tell me that. Straight up. And that's not, oh, well, you're doing what you said not to do. No, I'm telling you up front, there's no way you can justify it to me. You know, I've seen pedophiles on the news go, well, I was molested as a kid and that's why I do it. Wrong. That is not why you do it. I was molested as a child by a female relative. I don't molest children. Now, granted, I wasn't hurt, but it didn't cause me to have an appeal towards children. If you were hurt by your attacker, molester, however you want to word it, and it's caused you great pain, why would you want to put that on another child? See, that doesn't even make sense. That's their excuse, which I'll get to in a minute. A lot of people have excuses. For me, and I'm guilty of it too, I make excuses for things that I do or don't do from time to time. But an excuse is just a way of trying to justify failure. That's it. There is no other reason. There is a huge difference between a reason and an excuse. So saying, well, I was molested and that's why I molest children, that is an excuse for doing something sick and morbid. And due to YouTube protocol, I'm not going to say exactly what I feel should happen to such people, but it ain't pretty. Number 2, rapist. That is one of the most vile, disgusting things you can do to another human being. They will never get over that. I mean, people have been raped and they go on to lead somewhat normal lives, but I assure you, they're scarred from that. That I put that in the same class as pedophiles. I feel the exact same thing should happen to them. And you hear all the excuses. Oh, she was drunk and said she wanted to, but then she said, I don't care. If a woman is that drunk, or a guy, if a person is that drunk, you should not be in that situation with them. Period. And I don't care where you're at in the scenario, if the person says no, or they seem uncomfortable and scared, stop. If you go past that point, you are a criminal and should be treated as such. The third thing, which I make clear to everybody, there is no justification you can give me for abusing animals. If you have animals in your care, you should take care of them. Period. Not beat them, not cut things off of them, none of that. All of that is unacceptable. Starving them or whatever you're doing is unacceptable. Period. It's almost as bad as the first two in my eyes. But see, I tell people up front, do not tell me that. There are exceptions to every rule. So, if someone was to come to me and say, I need to tell you something because I need to know, I understand the consequences of what I'm about to tell you. It may be a cry for help. Again, they will not get away scot-free, but they go into it knowing this is how it is. So if they're willing to come to me anyways, I feel it's a cry for help, which they need to get help. They have something wrong with them. So, all of that being said, anything else other than that, tell me whatever. I will listen. I'm not judging you. I'm not going to put you down. I will tell you what I would or wouldn't do or how I feel about the situation. Oh, excuse me. But I would never reveal your secret. The people who have confessed to me and you're going, well, you talked about it. You don't know who I'm talking about. You don't know if they're male, female, white, black, alien, a fish. You don't know. You just know the situation. And I have to use it as an example. And I tell everybody, I may use what you're telling me as an example, but I will take those names to the grave. I would never, ever out these people who trusted me. Because to me, trust is very important. So when someone comes to you with something and you say, well, you can tell me anything, then you better be prepared for anything. I purposely, a lot of times when people come to me and we get in conversations and it starts getting deep and they're like, wow, you're a deep person and all this. When I say that, you can tell me anything, I don't judge with these exceptions. And they go, well, I'm the same way. I will purposely say something to just, poof. It's a little check to see. I've had people stop talking to me, never speak to me again, which I kind of find amusing and sad at the same time. I don't understand this obsession with hurting people. Have I hurt people in my life? Absolutely. Was it intentional? Most of the time, no. Sometimes people are carrying on to something that's just torturing them. I've had suicidal friends tell me what was pushing them to the brink of suicide, to ending their life. And when they told me, to me it was nothing, but to them it was everything. I helped them through that, and I'm happy to say they're still alive to this day, leading better lives. We still talk from time to time, especially when they have a problem. So that's a great feeling for me. This is going to sound kind of humorous and you may not believe it, but I have a friend who approached me and he was very nervous and scared. He was in his 20s at the time. We're at work. He called me away from everybody and said, I need to talk to you, and I know I can trust you, and I know you're a smart guy. I said, okay. He looked around to make sure no one was in earshot, and he asked me if it was a real procedure and the doctor sticks his finger in your ass. Now, had he asked me this when I was in my 20s, I believe I was in my early 40s at the time, I may have messed with him a little bit just to watch him freak out, but he was so scared that I explained to him, no, it is a real procedure, it sucks, everybody gets it. And he was relieved. Now to me it's silly. The afterthought was even sillier, that if you didn't think it was a real procedure, why did you let him do it? Because I assure you, if a doctor said, hey, my finger's not long enough, I'm going to have to stick my dick in your ass to see if you're sick, no, you're not. You can cut a hole in my back and reach in that way, but you're not going that way. So, when someone trusts you, I mean, I have people that I don't even really know in real life that watch my videos, or they know me on Facebook or Instagram, or not so much Twitter anymore, used to a while back, that would contact me and say, hey, blah, blah, blah. And I would talk to them, and after a while, they would feel better. Now, I don't help everyone. A lot of people think I'm, bullshit, because their mindset, it's that excuse. I'm stuck in this rut. I'm this way. You know what? I was addicted to meth for 2 years. I could have kept that mindset, well, it's been 2 years, I'm just stuck. But I didn't. I quit without any medical help. But once I realized I had a problem, I wanted to correct that. I was a lifetime alcoholic. But once I realized I had a problem, I fixed it. I mean, I know they say, once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. Well, I haven't been drunk in a long time. I fixed myself. I still have a few drinks, but I know my limit, and I don't cross that limit. So, everything, I could say, well, my biological father was an alcoholic. I grew up drinking. Started drinking whiskey at 8 years old. All through my teens, I guzzled whiskey. My parents had no idea how much I was drinking. I could use that as an excuse to stay where I was at, but I don't. So, when someone comes to you and trusts in you, don't make them feel bad. Don't use that information to exploit them. Help them. They're coming to you because they, for whatever reason, they feel they can trust you and they need help. If you can't help them, try to help them find the help they need. Okay, so when you tell someone, you can tell me anything, you better be prepared for anything. Because as I warn people all the time, once I tell you, I can't untell you. Forever it will be there. You can't say, oh, my bad, forget I said that. Depending on how shocking it was, they'll never forget it. Hey, coming up later this week, I'm going to do a new run of videos. It's not going to take over this. It's going to be an additional thing called magnet fishing with turtle. Turtles are a nickname for our granddaughter. Magnet fishing is huge right now, and she wants to try it. I'm curious about trying it. So me, her, and my wife are going to go out and check it out, and I'm going to make videos of it. So you'll see what we find. We may find nothing. We may find something. Who knows? But check it out. I do appreciate y'all for being here. If you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and hit that bell. I almost always post videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Like I said, I've been on hiatus for the last 2 weeks, so I haven't, but I'm trying to get back on schedule. Life's giving me a little break. So have a great day. Make someone laugh if you can. I am Bob Sixx.